So I need iron because I need to make nails to make all the blocks I want to make. Besides upgrading spikes and things like that. And I was thinking my favorite place to gather that are wherever there's the metal shelvings, you know, um, such as the small stores, the what Cage calls the Coronado buildings. But these beds are actually giving quite a lot of iron. I was not much into doing that because after all the range needs for steel to be repaired. But yeah, I'm getting something out of it. I picked all my weapons because I don't know if I don't want to have to go back to the base right on top of Fortnite. So let's go with this. Have some first aid kits. That's nice. Yeah. So I'm getting iron directly, particularly on the first stage. But I'm also getting iron pipes, and I don't really need iron pipes, so I might as well scrap them for iron. So I'm already up to, I was at 35 when I started, so 3, 6, 8 got me all the way up to 500, well, plus this 180 here. Now, springs I'm not going to scrap. These are made out of steel. Um, they do have some very important recipes. They used to, of jail door, for example. So it has some drawbridges, so important recipes on it. And it's very expensive to make. So I'm gonna continue this. In fact, I can believe I have already enough nails to make the blocks. And I'll see you later. Alright. Uh, Let me check this rifle here. Well, not dead. It did fall. The range got broken, so it's being repaired, and there's still some beds to get there, but I have a lot of iron now, and I didn't want to interrupt the stuff I was making just to get the range. So let me think here. This goes like this. I wish the wedge tips were also frames to make this easier to make. Oops. One too many. One too many. There. So it will give some space here so that the zombies cannot climb. On the other hand, I do want to put some plates there, and that might cause the zombies to climb. Now I can protect against that with hatches. That's easier way of fixing it. Yeah, I want the plates to cover that gap there. So knowing that the phone pimps they adjust some settings so that these can be right on top of each other. but those settings are not available to us. Now, perhaps it's better to get the corners before I put this, just so I don't make any mistakes. Alright. So let's see about the plates. That will be 11, therefore 40 plates. So that's 11 on each side. If you haven't understand my the way I'm computing this number, so one um, one block on each side and 3 blocks on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 5 blocks on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes in odd numbers: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so forth. All right. Now this is 9, so this is going to be 11. And for 11, well, let's use the 9. Here it's easier to make to see. So 9, it's going to be 8 times 4 for the blocks on the edges, and that's because we can let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 minus 1, 8. And then we do the same thing on all other corners, or on all other sides. So that's 8 times 4. And that's the same for any level you care to think about. Now this corner here. Yeah, even the inside and outside corners I have uh, frames, but not the wedge tips. It's sort of bizarre, you know? There. And now I can go with the wedge tips. Oh, I didn't make the plates, so it's metal siding. And I want 40, and I don't have 40. Yeah, it's very expensive. So let's not do that. Yeah, it's pretty fast. It's guys like this that gives me trouble in Fortnite, because if they're fast like that, when they start running, that's very difficult. There. Now on the outside, you can place these blocks. Have to be careful when there's grass, because if your aiming crosses the grass hitbox, then the block will be placed on top of the grass instead of where you're actually aiming. There you go. Exactly the number of blocks I predicted. Now, outside this, we would place barbed wire. So this is 9, 11, 13, 15, and then 17. So that'd be 19 and 21. For 19, that's 18 times 4, which is 72. And let's see how much the barbed wire costs. Barbed wire. Slightly more, slightly cheaper. Another roaming horn? Come on. I just had one this morning. So I can place a barbed wire, but without the outer wedges, so I can jump from one wedge to the other without actually getting... some of them went their way. This guy here. Yeah, I think now he knows. I need a ramp. I need the wedges to not get stuck on the barbed wire myself. And since I like running around, if I don't have the wedge, that will seriously getting low on stamina here. That will be a problem. Ha. Yeah. She got away. Let's get here, repair that, and not below 200. Not chartreuse anymore. Can I get that guy? Stupid crawler. How I hate this crawler. At least I didn't get a bite mark or anything like that. Fortunately, I have some good armor under my feet. Almost done here. Okay, so let me see if I can do that. Um, so 15, 17, 19, 21, and then 23 and 25. So 25, that means I need 96 half blocks. And then a bunch of wedges. $96 times 2, 192. Between wedges, inner and outer. I don't think I have the wood for that. And if I do have the wood for that, I suspect that getting the nails for it will um, prevent me from putting down the barbed wire. Alright, so corners taken care of. Nice. So let's see. Half block, and that is even considered the cost of upgrading it. So we'll need 96 of that. I think it's doable. Going to need a lot more nails. Let's make 150, that's going to be 300. Ammunition. I wonder if that's iron or steel. If it's iron bolts, then it's iron bolts, that's iron. It's iron as well. I have the compound bow back at the base. Let me drink this and get more iron. Was that all? Sounds suspicious. Sounds very suspicious to me. Now we'll put then these blocks like this. So there is two spaces for the barbed wire, and then here is the wedge. One, two, wedge. So it's like that. One, two, wedge. Right? think it is. Yes. I need to change my clothes to something that is more warm because this is getting very annoying. That's +3, that's +5. Let me repair and wear that, honestly. Well, it's gonna repair, I don't know, next month. These frames take a long time to craft. I'm used to having the fast crafting. You know what? I can pick this up, so might as well place them down. To measure. Well, finish crafting that. And we can pick this, these. We're definitely not making these that soon. So let's go for the corners, and I really should have favorited corner. And this one as well. Okay, so we're going to need 4 of these and 4 of these, and then 192 minus 8, that's 184 wedge tips. Wedge tip, which is also not favored. So 184. And I need more nails. So let's make, I think 50 more nails is enough. Let's place the outer wedges. Turn the light. The cloud is gone, but the spider zombie is not. Now, let's try again. 184. All right. And the barbed wire. So, how many were then? 15, 17, 19. So 18 times 4, which is 72. Yeah, still have it. And it's cloudy again. Or maybe it's cloudy on that side. I don't know. Just going to turn the light on and be done with it. Alright. Now this is going to take a while to finish. Crafting all the wedges, so let's go and do the upgrade. Now I have done this with both wedges and half blocks and full blocks. Full blocks are much easier to jump over. Particularly if we still had adhesive traps, then either I dig and put the adhesive traps upside down, or it needs to be full blocks. Otherwise, we do get stuck on the adhesive traps. But I prefer using the half blocks because the full blocks can easily hide zombies. Cut line of sight to them, particularly crawlers, you know. So this is half blocks. They don't hide as much, not nearly as much. I wonder why the ground is so uneven around here. I don't recall fixing the asphalt. I don't have concrete. I believe you need concrete to fix the asphalt. So I don't know. Okay, so the idea is you come and jump without ever hitting the barbed wire in the middle. And you do this much farther out, much farther out. Grand Spartan, in fact, the way he does that, he has like a base which might be the size, maybe slightly smaller, maybe slightly larger. Then he actually has a pit. He has a pit here. He can jump from the pit to the base and vice versa, but the pit is large enough that the zombies cannot go through it. And of course spikes on the pit, and then this goes down as well and have pillars or poles, um, so they can actually fight the zombies that fell inside the pit from a pillar base or a pole base. So it really is intended to be many layers of this, many layers of this. Can I repair this? Taking shape, it's taking shape. Now, once we have cops, of course, this needs to be upgraded. We shouldn't have cops for a while. In fact, let me check game stage here. So game stage is 100, level 24, day 14, game stage 100. Before Hard Night, I'm gonna check what sort of horde we're going to get, just out of curiosity. Oh no! So we're going to need one more tip. And of course I'm putting only one layer of, yeah, see, as concrete. I'm putting only one layer of the barbed wire instead of the 2 layers inside. So this is nowhere near the base. What's the base supposed to be quite functional? All right. Let's see, resources remaining. 200 iron. All right. Yeah, so the barbed wire, of course, not on face. They need to be facing down like that. So they are... and they are not outside, they are inside. 1, 2, 3. Let's make 3 more barbed wire. Let's see if we can make 3 more barbed wire. Yes, but it's very expensive. Of course, now I'm hot again. In the worst sense possible. Alright, we got ourselves oops. Yeah, maybe the half blocks are not going to be enough. I want to fill this thing here. Make some destroyed stone for that. Yeah, I'm really getting stuck on it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it seems that we do need the full blocks instead of the half blocks. Because it seems that even if we are not actually stepping on it, because we are on the same level, so this is not a problem. Yeah. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, well, it is what it is, and that's going to be all for today. I see you tomorrow, so we can take a look at what our game said. What that's 100. We can take a look at what a Fortnite for game stage 100 looks like. See you then.